all three of us have been tested with patience, like you would not believe, in different ways, as wives, as husbands, as a subsequent wife, as initial wife, as parents, as co-parents, because we're co-parenting all of these children.
And it's okay. We're different. You know what I'm saying? I don't agree with myself on things from 5 years ago with myself. You know what I'm saying? So that's just called growth. You can't be expected to agree with someone else 100% or really see their perspective unless you are working on doing that, because we're all unique individual humans. So I had to work again on my leadership skills, that communication, that emotional intelligence, to be able to read things better, to be able to communicate better, and also paint the vision, because I have foresight. All right, I can see this wasn't like, oh my God, how did we get here? No, this was step by step, part of a process of growth to getting there. The difference is having the proper strategy. You can have a great vision and be here. All right, that's the vision, but you're here. What you're missing, you got to put it together to get there. And it's a whole lot of ups and downs along that process. So that's where I had to develop from that perspective in order to lead my wives better, lead my family better, and demonstrate my value as a man and as a father and as a husband. So that's very important, of course. We're like, well, what are the specific things? PolygynyMasterclass.com. Because you know I can't break down about 7 hours of training in this 7 minutes. Right. So definitely check that out. So what say you, Coach Pat?
I think for me was being able to listen more, to see. I had the emotional stuff. I had the gold star, I had the gold brass ring, I had all of that because I'm a feeler. So I was good at that, but it was more of the logical part and the listening part, because usually with my personality type, you got one good time and you're gone. You are gone out of my life. I'm very good at dropping people when I feel as though they wrong me first, because I'm just like that. Because then I've got to figure out if I can trust you, if you're going to do it again. But if with family and with people that are close to me and I love them, I was like, I need to be more open to what is their specific experience with this. That don't mean I have to agree with it, but I do have to listen to it and be open to hear, okay, I'm afraid. I'm figuring stuff out. I have not perfected this. I might not perfect this. And just let them be able to run all that stuff down and listen to it and receive it and go, okay, this is not easy for this person either. Because if you don't tell me it's not easy, or if you don't open yourself up to me, then I'm gonna assume it's easy for you. I'm going to assume you got it. I'm going to assume you did it. You better figure it out, because that's where the list of what men do and what women do, our list can be substantially longer because we have so many things, and then them things have subtopics. And then I had to understand that men compartmentalize, and they'll go, okay, I'm dealing with this. I'm going to stick this in here, and I'm going to come back, and then I'm going to go over here. I'm going to deal with this because this is what's in front of me. And I had to understand that type of thinking. It didn't mean that thinking was wrong. It just meant it wasn't what I was used to. And I had to accept the fact that maybe your experience is not earth-shattering. Maybe other people have trauma that they're dealing with within this decision. So this is not easy on anybody. And that's why I always say it's not just happening to one person, because it's easy to think it's just happening to me. This is what's going on with me, and this is hard for me and my kids. So that's not the fact of the matter. So getting in touch with logic, getting in touch with understanding that you need to listen to others' experience in order to to get to your healing sometimes. They might have the answers for you and you trying to come up with everything. So I just decided to listen more and then work on my own happiness and not look to any other person for it. Not any other person. I was like, okay, they can make me happy, but I have to be happy with me first. I can't go, well, they better get in here and make me happy because that's a lot of pressure. That's a whole lot of pressure to put on someone because then they have the burden of knowing if I don't make them happy, then their heart might get broken, they might get mad. There's too much fear associated with putting all of this, your stuff, onto someone else. So listening and dealing with logic were my biggest breakthroughs.
Good stuff. So, of course, polygynymasterclass.com for those details and downloads and worksheets and everything else. So, what you say?
Mine was confidence and gaining the confidence to have courageous communication, not feeling that I have to sit back and just let things happen and not have a voice. So being able to get out of that and really doing a lot of unlearning of things, because coming from being a single parent for years and being raised by a single parent who's raised by a single parent, you have these different things, these ideas and these ideals in your mind. Even though you want something, you can want something, but then you don't know how to get the thing that you want. You have this idea or this vision, but you don't know how to do it. And especially if you have to get out of your comfort zone on some of the things, like, being courageous, being able to communicate your feelings and your thoughts, and not only doing that, but learning different styles of other people as well. So that was a thing too, learning how to communicate so people can receive the information that I was giving, and being able to take in, because my thing is, like Coach Fatima said, she was like, the emotion thing, I had that down. I can take in a lot from other people, what you're feeling, what you're thinking, what you want to do. And I'd be like, okay, I'll do it. Okay, let's because I felt that I'm the one put here to make other people happy, to make everything all nice and smooth, whatever type of thing. If somebody's having a problem, let me fix it, type of thing. Being the oldest of 9, that's kind of personality. However, I had to unlearn those things. Like, if you want a big family, you want a family, you got to make sure, you are including your family in the different things. And even if that is the decision of your growth or the journey of your growth, because I think that growing is not just, even though it's happening to us and we're growing, our journey is not just only about us. I make that comment when I talk about telling my story. I'm very particular and careful with what I say, because my story is not just my story, because there are other people involved in that. So learning that type of thing is that, let me see their side. Let me understand this, and let me be courageous enough to tell them mine, because when they tell me theirs, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, I feel bad. Let me fix this type of thing. So just having that courage and just unlearning a lot of you don't have to be the one to fix everything has helped a lot to get me to where we are right now. And, our
Can I say this? That's such an INFJ thing. They're also known as advocate, the counselor, and the fixer, and they put a lot of pressure on themselves. But I do want to add something at the end here. We all had. I think polygyny has taught us, all 3 of us, and I could be wrong, but I feel like I witnessed it firsthand. I think it's taught all of us extreme patience, because all 3 of us have been tested with patience like you would not believe, in different ways, as wives, as husbands, as a subsequent wife, as initial wife, as parents, as co-parents, because we're co-parenting all of these children. It has really stretched us in the area of practicing a lot of patience and understanding that we can't get success overnight. We couldn't, but we all 3, I believe, when they're like the not even the dust, when the thick black smoke settled, I think we all 3 made a decision that we were going to do the best we could for this big old family as a whole, and just do our individual work and then come together as parents and do all our work and decide that we wanted it to be successful. So that's very important to understand patience as well.
And I like that you said successful, not just settle.
Yeah,
We don't want things to be settled and it's just settle. We want massive success, and we work at that. We've worked at it, and we're
Yeah.
continuing to work at it.
I
So,
think, when people eat food, they don't go, well, give me what's settled at the bottom.
Give me
They
that.
be that. They're like, no. I've
I
never
want
heard
that.
anybody say, well,
No.
give me what's settled at the bottom of the ocean. I eat it. No. So, no, we want what's successful for us. So, yeah.
Indeed, and we all know that success only comes before work.
In the dictionary.
Right, in the dictionary. So with that being said, make sure you're doing the work. We know that most of the people watching the video right now are not subscribed. So you hit that subscribe button and the bell to get notified when we upload different videos, and we also stream live. Feel free to share the information, empower others, of course, get the blessings. Let us know what you think, what your thoughts are, what topics you may want us to cover, but about how it's going and how we got there. More details on that, of course, at polygamymasterclass.com. But we want you to put down in the comment section, poly success. So we know you watched the whole video, that you, supporting us by that and helping us get the word out for at least, or minimally, at least getting educated yourself on it, because we your favorite polygyny relationship coaches, right? We're providing information. So with that being said, we appreciate you. Nevertheless, we're going to rock out with some GLC.
Make sure you are growing intentionally.
Loving fearlessly.
And connecting on a higher level.
Every single day.
Assalamu alaikum. Peace.
Peace.
Here are 3 ways outstanding personal relationships can help you.
Make sure you guys are following us on our social medias at Outstanding Personal Relationships on YouTube and Facebook, and on IG at Outstanding Relationships, and also Clubhouse under our names.
And make sure you go to outstandingpersonalrelationships.com and sign up for our email list. And there you will get updates on our new book, Let's Talk Polygyny Uncensored.
Absolutely. And last but not least, when it comes to coaching or counseling, if you want to work with us one-on-one or in group settings, make sure you're on that website and reach out to us, because we do have very limited spots and we usually have a wait list. So with that being said, GLC.
Make sure you are growing intentionally,
loving fearlessly,
and connecting on a higher level every single day. Assalamu alaikum. Peace.
Peace.